I'm trying to find a background that doesn't, like, suck. Hi, how you doing? There we go. Greetings, people of YouTube. I'm just popping in to remind you that I still exist. And I felt like doing this. I'm kind of going, I don't know when the last video was. To the two people that might still watch the channel. I haven't posted anything on the other channel for many a strange reason. But I'm like, no, I feel kind of good at the moment, so I shall, vomit absolute nothings on you. I finished my project. I Instagrammed that I had gotten some yarn to make like a baby blanket, which that is. And I saw the first picture of the baby, and it just seems so strange. Stop making me feel old, actually. But I'm not your mother. Then I'm older than your mother. Oh, well, what's it going to do? Oh my god. It's like, I'm not ready for this. So, I picked up some yarn. I love playing variegated yarn, because every time you do whatever project you're doing, I prefer crocheting with variegates. You never quite know what the pattern's going to be, and it changes depending on the skein you've got too. So that was fun. So I finished making a cover for my laptop, because every weekend we head out to watch the races now, and I bring my laptop sometimes so we can watch the race. And now the way the races are, to do something during the race, cause and I'm so glad there's another channel on here, Out of the Groove, who's a fellow NASCAR fan, and it's just funny to hear his opinions. Somebody outside of like your core group of NASCAR fans, and it's like, yes, I'm not the only one who sees this crap. So that was fun. And I didn't even realize that this used to be all night races, Saturday night races, the Clash, I think the Thursday ones. They changed the name so often now I don't even remember. It's just the few races that set up the Daytona 500. And it's like, oh yeah, is it over yet? you just go get together to hang out with your brothers, and the race is like the excuse, not the thing you actually do anymore. So there was that. That is a project that was a couple of years in the making. I started it, and then it's like stuff happened, and I ran out of black, strangely enough, because I figured I'd run out of the orange. And that's just a simple, striped Halloween-y type thing. As if I don't have enough blankets, either stuff that I've made, or stuff I just sort of, inherited. So I will never be cold anyways. And that's where I keep my yarn. So I'm kind of now at least in a place where I can kind of get back to doing crafts, and, if not to like sell, which 90% of the stuff I kind of just got rid of, or ended up having it gotten rid of. So, just kind of getting back to quote unquote normal is kind of a neat thing. So it feels like a progression where I was like sliding and then doing, the knitting here. So I have like, a project, and that's the cross stitch that is now holding up said knitting. That I managed to actually get to do, and that's my Wade blanket, and I have 100 and something squares, and that's fish tank, if you don't already know, fish tank soil stuff. I have no fish, I'd feed it to my cat, I don't know. So you can wash the blanket afterwards. So I've got that, and I actually broke the foot to my sewing machine doing it, because it hit a pebble I thought I had moved to the side. So I have to get another foot, because I'm doing the zigzag stitch, so everything holds together and holds the weight of it. Otherwise, a straight stitch would probably rip. So that's a project, so I'm doing, well, this is me, of course I do 15,000 projects all at once. So things are at least getting complicated-ish. Complicated, but completed. So there's that. These are things I just kind of wanted to finish up, because they're just sort of there. So, yes, baby blankie, cross stitch, weighted blankie, other blankie, squirrel. How appropriate. Lost my thought. Squirrel! Literally. There's still yet to, there's like a spot in the living room that I've yet to kind of like fix. It's just, I will always live in a garage. It's always going to look like a garage. There's no way to, escape that. Especially when you make it nice and lovely and he turns it into garage. Usually with car parts and stuff. So, I'm still, at least it's now a small section, not living room. So, it's like when you have a good day, you have like 15,000 things you get completed. And I also cleaned up my stuff. And I have a project quote unquote, in the works. I've got to get the other package, which is languishing in my P.O. box as we speak. Stuff I don't want to deal with there. So, project to be had. Well, of course, this is faded, so I don't know. It should be cool. I don't think this goes under black light, does it? It just says green. It's the closest thing to the Manic Panic that I could find, but then this has washed out, so. And I think it looks more washed out on camera than it does in real life, but the Electric Lizard, even normal hot water wash, because, you know, if it's not burning fires of hell hot, I can't take the shower. So it still holds up pretty nicely, which is why I always, you know, Manic Panic is sort of like my Gucci of hair color that you, like, save up for, kind of, you know. And they definitely earned the reputation. And I do glow under black light, but sadly nobody has any black lights for me to glow under. Which is why I put my glow-in-the-dark hole thingies in. Are these the ones called tunnels? Yes. I can't remember where I put the plugs because I wanted to put the smaller plugs in the tunnel, and I had plans. So, and I am debating taking this out since I have the snake bites. This is like one thing too many, but it gives me something to play with. The only thing is, if you can tell, hi, how you doing? It's a little too long, but this is a normal sized bar, but then I am, again, a hobbit. But I don't think smaller jewelry exists. I think it'd have to be like 1/4 of an inch. My little fish lips. And what's sad is, like, this lip is smaller than this lip, so this is like 1/8 of an inch of lip. Which makes it easier for, like, lipstick. All I gotta go is, because I don't have the little dip flingy there. But yeah, it's a little too long. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, if I knew the hole wouldn't close up, so I can put it in out as much as I want. In July, about July 5th will be exactly a year. So, and these have filled up nicely. I like my spikes. I don't know. Squirrel. Nope. So that is it. An update of massive wonderful things. I keep losing my controller here. No, that's my new controller. Stop. Yeah. There you go. Problem solved. So, that is my update. I almost answered my mail today, but I'm like, you know, I'm just staying in bed. I just didn't feel like it. But I felt like I accomplished at least a something. Which is kind of like what I do now. If I just accomplish a something, I feel like I've, you know, had a reason to get up today. So it's like, I know, I'm sad, I'm pathetic, but I'm working with what I got. And my year of healing, that's what 2019 is going to be focused on me, just making me better. Or at least crawling out of the deep bunghole of poo that 2018 buried me under. And does anybody else feel a sense of solidarity that, like, 2018 was an ass fuck for everybody else too? No? Yes? No? So, there's that. I rambled on for not quite 10 minutes. Yay, maybe I'm learning. Again, I'm just like, okay, well, I'll pick up my phone and then I can just instantly pop it up. I don't have to edit, which is why my eyeballs are over here, because there's no, like, eyeball to look at. So this is what you're getting so far. And now that he steals my car because he's too much of a pussy to clean his, fix his window, I'm pretty much trapped here, so I can't go anywhere. Which is why my stuff is still languishing in my P.O. box. I'll have to get, at some point this week, the stuff tomorrow, because my medication's in there. So now I'm going to try to get myself out of the Rock of Ravito without crashing the Royal R. I hate that thing. I swear to God. It's like, no. Oh, Piteos is this, like, epic dungeon of frustration and rage. And I'm like, no. Getting to freaking Piteos on the freaking postage stamp size freaking landing strip that you're supposed to tick the like 10 times just to get the thing, and always save when you're at the Mania Smart or whatever the hell it's called before Piteos in 15, Final Fantasy 15. If you're trying to get to Piteos, save, because you go nuts. And save when you're in the thing, if you've managed to find the land, because again, you'll go nuts. And I discovered a side quest that I didn't know in the first 3 playthroughs that I did. And okay, fine. No, I'm gonna go play. My bros. I actually went to play one of the games I had for the 3. The hell is it now? Dragon Age Inquisition. And I started missing the boys, so I just went back to 15. It's like, I miss you, it's been 2 weeks. So, I should do that now. Alright then. Until next time I feel like rambling.